Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. In this game, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. JRSMITH out there with Avery Bradley. And it's McGee in at the center, filling out the middle. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Now here's James. Fader on the way, and Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Not the guy you expect to be missing the bunny.
Outside Matthews. The offensive rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Bradley, no one around him. No good with the triple.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
And the pass to Matthews. Jacks up a 3. The shot off that time, and it's the Lakers the other way.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots, having a little trouble finding their legs.
McGee, the pass to Bradley. Here's Davis. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Outside Matthews. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Now here's Matthews. The kick out to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Lakers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals.
Well, the action of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3 ball.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Bradley. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
No good on the second free throw.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, off target with his 3. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to McGee. Pass to LeBron. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup.
Oh, and the floater isn't any easy shot, but James makes it look simple. That's just exceptional control.
Bucks trail by 3. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, hits the 3-point bomb.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense is a key factor.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Howard, the pass to Kuzma. Hill against Rondo. Bounce pass from Kuzma. Here's Howard. Count it from 12.
Well, this is a shot Howard knows he must make. Big men like him have to be able to shoot.
Passes it to Connaughton. Here's Lopez. Here's Connaughton. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. Great D that time from Howard.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy layup.
Kuzma kicks to Rondo. Caldwell Pope outside. Doesn't go for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. 1:05 left to play here in the first. Rondo against Hill. Now the pass to Lopez. A rebound by the Lakers. Oh, Kuzma's in position. An emphatic LU jam.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Hill inside. He's covered by Rondo. And he gets it to go.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Kuzma. 23 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Howard. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. That one falls.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Here's Hill. And the shot is long. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Howard is out there with Kyle Kuzma.
Shooting two.
That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the 2. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Free throw good, Kuzma. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? Have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, you know, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout-out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. The dish to Williams. For 3, Hill. Caruso grabs the miss.
Now, their rule on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
They get it back. Out to Kuzma. Pass to Rondo. Williams with the block. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Lakers leading by 4. Now Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Here's Hill. Sweet little floater.
And the floater, very much part of Hill's repertoire. I mean, at his height, that's a useful shot.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell-Pope outside. Back to Rondo. Caruso looking for an opening. Here's Kuzma. And again, no good by the Lakers.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Some changes for the Lakers. Anthony Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. James comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Williams. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for George Hill. Now here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Antetokounmpo's got 5 now.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
And the rejection by Giannis. That's a 2 from Korver. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
James. No good, unable to end this run. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And, you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Bradley subbed in for Alex Caruso. Free throw good. Giannis.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Bledsoe outside. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Bledsoe's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Bucks.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Pulls up on the wing, and LeBron James gets it to go. James has got 6 points.
And you can't give James any breathing room to pull up. If you do, you're done for.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yes, yeah, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
That misses, had a chance to tie it there. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Milwaukee shooting their second and third free throws tonight. First one falls for. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Smith comes in for Danny Green. And then for Milwaukee, Ilyasova comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
JRSMITH on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Rebound by Ilyasova.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
But you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Here's Connaughton. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the Bucks miss again. Lakers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Sinks the three-pointer. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 6 now for Milwaukee. And here is James. 29 points for him last game against Houston. inside Bradley. Lets the three fly. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Bucks on top. They're up by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active. Everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. They look like a more focused team in the second quarter, and what was an early deficit for them has turned into a 3-point lead at the break. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago, they look like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. Now here's Giannis. Following the miss by Wesley Matthews. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Bradley finds McGee, but they'll get another chance. Davis against Lopez. Pass to McGee. Now Smith. For the tie. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Whistle blows, if that's going to be a travel. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
And the Bucks with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Rondo looking over the floor. The pass to Kuzma. Here's Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Williams against Rondo. And again, no good by the Lakers. Bucks leading by 3. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Here's Rondo following the bucket by the Bucks. Over Williams. Rondo, no good.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? He's made it clear. Once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Howard. Lets it go from the wing. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Middleton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's DiVincenzo. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Just not enough space for him to get to the rim. I mean, and the finish is flawless.
Caldwell Pope finds Rondo. Can't hit that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
Well, I'm surprised he's still out there. I mean, he's been invisible at the offensive end all game long.
Outside Hill. Step back shot. The putback rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They need this one, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Having to be careful around Lopez. He's solid at timing when to leap up to block shots.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Milwaukee also making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. There's 1:17 left in the 3rd quarter. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And these are shots Kuzma will take all day. He's very confident in his ability to score.
Pass to DiVincenzo. The Bucks working the ball around. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Down low. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kuzma.
Well, you see how comfortable Kuzma is from there. I mean, he knows he has the size and touch needed to be effective.
Now here's Lopez. Good work defensively by Morris.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
To the inside and stolen by Ilyasova. Here's DiVincenzo. He has 7. Now here is Hill. Passes it to Ilyasova. And Ilyasova throws it down.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
From deep. Can't get it to fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bucks lead by 8. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Bucks leading by 8. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Bradley is out there with Smith. And it's Morris in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. Now here's Antetokounmpo, banked in off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Morris outside. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Outside, Davis. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, LeBron. He can't hit that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. Loads it up for Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Morris outside. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Good on the shot.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Bucks leading by 10. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And another basket for Milwaukee. Chris, at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, for the ones that aren't sucking there and aren't tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action. And there's times, too, you get to see what has happened a few of the plays before, so you get to bust the guy up with some jokes or just flat out talking trash. And sometimes guys are saying, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes guys are going, man, listen, I'm so tired. He's going to make this free throw. Don't push me too hard on this. I got to get this for a couple seconds.
They say that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Especially to the guys. I remember saying that to Ben Wallace one time. He was my rookie, and I was like, listen, man, you know Legs is going to make this free throw, man. Come on, don't push me all the way into the basket. You'd have a good
What was the response?
He pushed me into the basket.
And Milwaukee has possession. After Markieff Morris's miss, Connaughton. Yep, that one goes in there. Connaughton's got his first points in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's James. They get the rebound. Giannis with some nice D.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Connaughton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Connaughton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
LeBron outside. Back to Bradley. Smith outside. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
At the line for two.
The first one falls. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Up top, Bledsoe, guarded by Brett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Bledsoe. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
The shot's good from Smith.
Ferocious on the drive. Smith just using his speed on that play.
Bradley against Bledsoe. Lopez outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Lakers trail by 12. James with it, now guarded by Middleton. And the dunk by LeBron.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis. Oh, wow!
Nice. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Now here's LeBron. Outside Bradley. He dishes it to McGee. James against Middleton. And it's James missing. Bucks leading by 12. Bledsoe looking around. No good on that one. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Milwaukee.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
Shooting 2.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for James. Danny Green, he's checked in for Smith. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Bradley. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Marvin Williams is checked in for Lopez. Sterling Brown comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Here is Cook. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the pass to Howard. He kicks it to Cook. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's DiVincenzo. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.